KB, you want some peas and rice? KB, you want some peas and rice?
No! Are we on now? No! Welcome to another episode of the Black Swan Podcast. Y'all know what it is. It's still Carnival Week. We still talking Carnival shit. You know, Carnival excitement, all that Carnival good stuff. And with that idea in mind, I had to bring one of my good friends, in here, Kristi. Before we get to you, Kristi, I want to say this one. She love up some Carnival. She love up some soca.
Fox.
I remember when I first met her, like when we first started hanging out, we started bonding and starting this friendship. She wasn't going nowhere if it wasn't a soca party. You feel me? She wasn't having no fun or sipping on no drinks if it wasn't a soca party. I know where she having all that now, but I know she still love us some soca and she still loves some Carnival. Kristi, what's going on?
Hi.
I say anything inaccurate just now?
No.
All right then, bet. Kristi, you gotta get louder today. We ain't doing this today, Kristi. We need to hear the Carnival voice, the soca voice.
This is my Carnival.
All right, we watch them start talking about them bacchanals and
That wine must be
shit,
loud.
and them road marches. We can see what's going on. But y'all know, of course, we got Spoody in the building.
What's good?
We
What's
got
poppin'?
NyQuil in the building. And of course, it's your host, Anwar Snuffy Dog Smith on the Black Swan Podcast. That's BLACKSWAAN. Carnival Week. Let's just jump right into it. Kristi, I hear you going to one of the carnivals outside of the Bahamas. You're going, I think it's Trinidad or Jamaica. Which one it is?
Jamaica.
You got money. He got money. Get it off to him.
Jamaica. When is that Jamaica Carnival?
Jamaica Carnival weekend is actually April 25th, and then the actual pretty mass is on the Sunday, which I think
You
is...
don't start using words I don't know. What's a pretty
I'm
mask?
familiar.
So the pretty mass is the one where you get to wear all your nice costumes, have your face done, your makeup
It's what we
done.
call a road march here.
Yeah.
All right, bet. Anybody been to Jamaica Carnival? Right?
Never. I have
wow.
friends
Have
that
you been to
have,
Jamaica
so
Carnival
This is
before?
my first time going to Jamaica.
All right, so what inspired you to say, hey, I want to go to Jamaica Carnival this year?
Because I've been to Trinidad twice. I would like to experience another country's carnival, and I've been trying to go for like the last 3 years, but every time I planned to go, I got invited to a friend's wedding. No wedding this year, so I am going.
That usually means you're getting married that year, but
No.
we're not going to get into that.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
No, we're not.
All right, so tell us. So let's backtrack. Tell us about the Trini Carnival. Like for people we know, y'all ever been to Trini one?
never.
Anybody ever been to Trini?
I've
No.
been, but I never been to Carnival.
All right, boom. So I never even been to Trini Carnival, all that good stuff. I hear that's the origin of Carnival. Is that correct?
For the Caribbean, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, for the Caribbean. So where did Carnival origin? I don't know.
That's some slave shit, eh? Basically.
Yeah.
Is it? So we're gonna.
Because
Isn't it?
Carnival in
Isn't it almost
Brazil.
everything?
And
Okay,
their culture is like
so we're gonna have to
pretty
find
different.
an article. We're gonna put the article up on the screen because we're not
Oh.
gonna look like a bunch of dummies on the Black Swan Podcast. So yes, but Trinidad Carnival. Tell us about it for
So-
people who've never been before.
Trinidad Carnival is considered to be the Mecca, where every single person that is in love with Carnival goes to Trinidad to experience it, because that's supposed to be the epitome of all carnivals. So there's a whole month long, actually more than that. I think Carnival season starts December when they have their band launches, sometimes before that. And from then, just rolling out straight through until the day before.
All right, so
Lent.
quick question, how Carnival season for us start probably like around this time right now. Everybody doing their launches or whatever, their costume launches. Is there a group you want to shout out? I don't know if you're a part of the group. Have you decided yet?
For Jamaica or Bahamas?
No, for Bahamas.
So for Bahamas Carnival, I am playing with Hypnotic
I hear
Carnival
people talking about
band. Yes,
All right,
they
shout out
are.
Hypnotic. Shout out
They
Hypnotic.
are the
Carnival group.
band
Band.
to be with for Bahamas Carnival.
All right, but we can still shout out Euphoria as well.
Because
We still
that's.
gonna shout out
I was
Euphoria
gonna
as
say,
well.
shout out
All right,
Euphoria.
so
What's
yes,
good?
Finish your story.
Yeah, ask the question.
So about Trinidad Carnival, right?
Yes.
And how it is the epitome of Carnival. Do you feel that energy when you're there? Do you feel like, oh my God, this is it, or no, I've had better?
It was overwhelming, like the first time
It was
that I
a
went,
lot?
because it was a lot.
All right, what you
And,
mean by overwhelming? Go
Like,
ahead.
y'all know I like to sleep. Y'all know I like my naps. I
Yeah.
did
And it was
Oh,
like
you
no
like
sleep.
soca, though.
Yes,
So
but I did absolutely no sleeping at all in Trinidad. I went
Like my
from
type of party.
one,
Oh, that's what
one
Carnival
fed,
really is. man.
one fed drinking, hopping in the bus, hurry up, go to the hotel,
So it was like
change your
week
clothes,
long?
go to another one. I was there for about a week, yeah. So there was
Whoa.
sometimes 2 fets, per day. Then you got your juve. You gotta hurry up and clean off yourself before you go to the next fed. And then you got a breakfast fed.
Oh, that's
boat
nothing
cruise,
like
cooler
here.
fed.
No.
I love
There's
it. It's a whole
so
event.
many
We
different
try.
types
We
of
try
stuff.
to have
Because
them, but
so
it's not like
integrated
that.
on a cultural level in the country, like the whole country, just like yeah, but ain't
That's
no
what
work
it is.
happening.
It ain't no,
Yeah,
ain't no
and
back.
no work.
Ain't
So-
nobody running on.
I know you don't be there. Like you said, you've been twice, and I know you only go for the week of Carnival. Do you get the sense that is any backlash of Carnival over there? Like, do you get that sense? Have you ever heard any news like that? I don't know if you're the person to ask, but have you ever heard that or felt that?
No.
I show over here in Bahamas Carnival. You participate in Bahamas Carnival?
I participated in the inaugural year.
Okay, so let me ask this. Don't get too in depth into it, but I want to know, like, participating, did you feel any backlash? Not the news you read and all that, just participating, did you feel anything?
Yes. More like how you could be a professional person, going to go shake up yourself on the road with hardly no clothes on, then you're gonna go to work the next day and go see your patients.
Okay,
play up in their mouths.
So while you out there, you see people who, so people out there watching you, but they seeing you looking like, oh, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? But they out there watching though. All right then, cool. All right, so before we move on from Trinity Carnival, because that sounds exciting as fuck.
Yeah. But
What I want to know is like, what's the vibe like in terms of like approaching women, dancing with women? I want to know what the drinking vibe like. I would know like I seen some nakedness over here, but I imagine some more nakedness over there. But like you're saying, you were saying, you never felt a rise. Talk to me about that.
So the 2 years that I played in Trinidad, I had on my little two-piece, my little breasts, and tie meat out, all that good stuff.
All the meat, I want the meat, all the meat, all the meat.
All the juice,
Everything.
the rubber. Burn that rubber. Burn that rubber.
Burn that rubber.
Everything was out, shaking up myself on the road, and I was not harassed. I wasn't called anything, no inappropriate touching, none of that.
Just felt very comfortable, you saying?
Yeah, it's a freeing and liberating experience to be on the road. And granted, I did not drink pretty much at all on the road. I did all of my drinking at the fest, so I was of sober mind. When it came to Bahamas Carnival, I had on more clothes than I did in Trinidad, and
that's because of the stigma and shit over here.
yeah.
All right.
And it was rough the first year. It's like a
Okay,
lot
okay.
of people just
Okay,
touching
okay,
you.
Are we gonna get in this
Yeah.
wet towel slapping the ass shit? Are we gonna get into
So
that?
where we got onto Nassau Street, heading down to end the route, I'm here having myself a blast.
Nassau
and
Street is
all
the
I-
gutter, babe.
Honestly, I wouldn't lie to you, truly.
All I feel is like this wet thing just slapping me on my thigh,
That's
and I'm
probably
like,
sweat.
Ew.
Diving in water, it's probably
no,
sweat.
it
Urine.
was so heavy. I was like, oh my god, what the hell is this?
Fuck is you illin' about? You ain't never seen nobody with a long dick?
And then they just started grabbing me like, sir, I didn't ask you to touch me. I didn't say you could touch me. And it was rough. I had to end up sitting in the bus until we got past Nassau Street, until I got comfortable. to walk
Let me
out.
ask you, is that a Bahamian mentality? Before you go
Definitely.
ahead, let me ask, like, because I'm sitting here hearing it, right? I remember we were talking the last time, and I was saying like how I'm approach somebody, and like you really gotta tell me you're not interested, because I'm keep trying to shoot my shot, because people like persist. Is that a different culture? Because now she told me in Trinidad, no one doing all of that.
Cause like in Carnival, everybody accepts that, but this just what it is. You ain't really trying to overly sexualize the event per se to the point where you can't control yourself. You gotta rape someone. You gotta sexually assault
And you
someone.
like use this word rape, man. Like, goddamn,
It's
nigga.
a possibility.
Because rapists
Don't
exist.
act like it don't exist. So we could call
Rape
it out.
exists. Call it out. Are you a rapist?
No, I'm
then
not
we
a
ain't got
rapist.
nothing to worry about. Anybody here is a rapist?
I'm not a rapist.
We ain't got nothing to worry about. But yeah, because like I've been to a couple of different Caribbean countries. Some I spent for Carnival, some I didn't. And nowhere I've been, like, sexual assault happens. Niggas is run up on you and feel like they can touch
Everywhere,
you.
yeah.
But like when you on the road, like people just be like you say, ass out, titties out, all that, and like you don't really see that. And it was such a shock for me because it's just like, yo, I know if this guy was home walking down Bay Street,
Finger was
she
in a
would-
cunny.
But she might have get pregnant. And like we laughing about it, but it's fucked up
That's
because
real,
I
that's
feel
real,
like we
that's
have
real.
such repressive views in our society about sex and whatnot. When people get in those environments, they've
They
not
don't know
been
how.
conditioned.
Can I blame the Christian Council? Because like
I
we
say
don't
get
get
blame
them
your
for everything.
because we don't get to
parents.
get exposed. I mean, like
We
our
could blame
are
our
Our
parents.
parents are controlled by the Christian Council.
They're not
and what
controlled
they-
by them. Our parents are the Christian
by
Council.
what they get to see and view or whatever. The Christian Council controls what comes here and what we get to see and view, what's in the movies, what the music coming on.
Those
the
are the
radio.
views of the people. Our parents had those exact
I
same
think
views
come
with
on, our
that
parents
and
used to do that,
influence
the
us.
70s and all that.
And they
80s
used to,
and-
Yeah.
if
They
you,
used to be nice and
I
bright.
don't
You know,
care.
it's so
No,
wild.
no.
It's so wild.
Chris,
Time out.
Chris, I meet your parents a couple of times. They
Time
just get
out.
down for some old people.
Time out.
Okay, let me stop. Let me stop.
Like I'll say this, but like it's so weird to me. Like I had a lecturer before, like a foreign lecturer, telling me like, oh yeah, but like sweetheart is like the number one thing in the Bahamas, and it's just like it's so crazy that on an international level, the Bahamas is known for like having extramarital affairs, but when it comes to actual sex education and making people knowledgeable about sex and those type
Dated.
of things, we don't talk about it. Everything is
Dated.
closed. Everything is behind
Right,
doors.
right.
But when your granddaddy have like 4 outside children, we ain't gonna
Right.
talk about it.
Only people
but
talk
we
about
can accept it.
Honestly, I won't get off topic, but I'm talking about those things with our friends for the most part.
Remember,
Can I say that?
kissing gets you pregnant.
Like honestly, I learned about sex from my friends. I
Yeah.
learned about the protections from sex from my friends.
Exactly. And I feel like if we had better or less repressive
Parents,
views,
my parents had one conversation. Let me tell you this. I got to tell this story. My parents had one conversation with me in life about sex. They called me and my brothers in the room one by one. They started off from a big brother. This nigga about 18, 19, 20. Cause I was old, so this nigga 7 years older than me. So this nigga like, I say he like 22, something like he old. They bring him in, talk to him. Then they bring me in. They say, Anwar, what you know about sex? My man grade 12. What the fuck? Like I said, what the fuck? I said, I'm in grade 12. Like, you know what I'm saying? They teach this in school. No man, I want to hear what you got to say. I said, man, my mommy, man, you know how hard it was to say penis and vagina back then in front of the parents. I say, man, go, man, mommy, man, come on, I hear. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, that was the most awkward thing ever. And after that, we never had that conversation again. I think they asked me if I had sex again after that once, and I was like, and walked off.
and see,
It's
because
weird, but
we have such a mystery around that. When
Right.
people get in like overly sexually charged
and
environments, they don't know
drinking and
how
all
to
that,
feel.
I don't know how to react. That's what I was trying to get to. I don't know how to
Yeah.
react and because oh my god, breast, ass, titty shaking. Oh my goodness, burn rubber, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel you. But let's get back to Carnival.
Okay, so like when the people you take on the road with you or the people you meet on the road is your family. What is your worst meeting on any of your carnival experiences, Trinidad or here or anywhere else? Like meeting someone who you would never consider your like fat family or your road family member because they like just completely disrespected the whole vibe or the energy that's supposed to go on with carnival, which is freedom and fun.
I honestly can't say.
Never
that
had- never?
experienced that because I've always been surrounded by people.
Other than the wet towel incident. That was your worst and
that
only.
is the worst and only.
So who do you take on the road with you?
Well, this year I'm going on the road by myself for Bahamas Carnival.
Oh.
But Jamaica Carnival, I am going with my sister, her
Nice.
best friend, my line sister. Actually, a couple of sorority sisters of mine are actually.
Oh, it's a big
Bunking in the
contention.
room.
Oh, y'all moving. Y'all
Yeah, I heard a
moving
couple
from the
people-
the
That's
Bahamas
what-
Carnival
that's what-
over to the
Is that a
Yachty.
normal thing for a lot of Bahamians to go to different carnivals every
Yeah.
year? Excited.
Especially the
UE
UE students. Yeah, like when you get exposed to it, it's just like you start making friends all over the Caribbean. And it's so
And everybody
wild.
be
When I
like,
was in
come
Jamaica,
down.
that was like 10, 11 years ago. Carnival wasn't that big. But like it's crazy to see how much it's grown over the last
Nigga,
couple
how
of
old
years.
you is?
That was like 2009. 2008, 2009.
2009. That you old too. Go,
Yeah, and so it was just like I was there, but like people talk about it, but nobody really went, and it was so crazy. UE Carnival was bigger than Jamaica Carnival around that time.
What you mean bigger? Like more?
As in, like the
participants?
campus itself, the school has their own like carnival celebrations outside of whatever the country has going on. So imagine if COB had a carnival, that would have.
Don't be putting no ideas, so chill. At first,
I
it's
don't
you.
know.
At
I
first
don't
of all,
know
it's
I feel like
No,
COB
UE. UE students here.
UE.
used to have a carnival.
UE.
I don't know
And
how
they used to have a
long.
little road
A little
march
something,
thing.
a little
Yeah.
something.
That I used
First
to
of all,
see.
it's UB. Second of all, don't give them eyes out. So yeah, you don't know where you're headed first. BLACKSWAAN. If y'all see a motherfucking carnival march from UB, you know where you head at place. Anyway, continue.
But yeah, it's crazy to see like the growth of because I wouldn't say Jamaica is like us, but there wasn't a heavy soca influence compared to the other islands. When I was in Jamaica, it was a lot more dancehall, a lot more. They listen to country music. Fun fact. That's
Stop
just a-
lying. In
Jamaicans
Jamaica?
love them some fucking country music. That's some wild shit.
I guess Bob Marley's kind of country.
Nah, they like that
No.
like Conway Twitty
Shit.
country music shit.
Tim
But-
McGraw.
Yeah, they
Like I
love
used
that
to
shit.
McGraw.
McGraw. You gotta say that as country.
McGraw.
Eat that shit up. But yeah, and it's just so crazy. Like I say, over the last couple of years, it's been like this explosion in Carnival, especially like the lesser ones. They're getting way bigger. They're getting more on the map, and I think that's why we kind of hopped on into it from the Bahamian standpoint. It's crazy to think how far we came in like 5 years.
Yeah,
like
it's a
5 years
startup.
ago, nobody was into this, and now you got people like
That's a
really
movement.
gassed
Nah,
up.
that's a movement.
We got
Yeah,
you know
You
what I'm
got
saying?
cruise lines bringing
shout out
people
to
in,
Carnival and
airlines
Soca
bringing
Heads,
people
man.
in. They like
I
you could
think-
travel.
You know when your carnival is getting some exposure when you have other people coming
Yeah.
in and bringing their
And
friends.
like
so like
or
Suits.
other
Nah, I
DJs.
did.
Yeah.
So I
And
did.
other DJs.
I did
Yeah.
Bahamas Carnival last year. I did see a lot of foreigners on the road. I'd say
Yes,
that.
they
It
from
was a-
everywhere.
it
They come
was a
from
good
Miami,
month.
everywhere in the Caribbean, and people have a great time with all the bands.
And you mentioned cruises. I see they now starting to do a whole lot more.
That's not
carnival
starting.
cruise.
They've
Oh,
been
was
doing
I wasn't
it.
so
That's
confused
every
on
year.
what's
You always
happening.
see some stragglers got to
Oh, I
catch a
guess we
ride
start
back to
hearing
the
about
cruise
it
ship
more or
after that and
whatever.
get wrecked on the road.
All right, so okay, let's move on now. What I wanted to ask you as well, like, okay, in terms of Trinidad Carnival, no, Ella, you say you're going to Jamaica. Jamaica Carnival over here. I've heard some words like bacchanal. I even use a hashtag bacchanal. I don't know what the fucking mean. Bacchanal. I heard fat. I heard. I know what a road march is. You just say pretty mass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's a
You know what a mass is.
Throw some of these words out and break them down to me. What these things is,
I mean, like,
and what you looking forward the most. You know what I'm saying?
I use these words just because I know the context. Like, everybody knows that you say
Mass,
there's a different
fat,
definition for
bacchanal.
lie. There's a different definition for nigga depending on how you use it.
Babe.
Or babe.
Yeah.
So you're
Like,
saying these
there's no
carnival
stand-
words have like it's like a language.
Like
No,
yeah, bacchanal could be like a
Yeah.
noun or a verb. You know what I'm saying? It could be like an action word. You know what I'm saying?
It could
It
be a
just depends on-
celebration. It could be trouble.
so if I say going to a bacchanal and this person say they going to a fete, could it be the same thing or it have to be different?
No, they
Interchangeable.
tell it wouldn't be the same party. It could be the same
It
thing,
could
but
be.
I
that
don't
party
think
either
someone
say
would
that.
say I go into a bacchanal and main party.
Yeah.
So when you say bacchanal, what you
That
mean?
can mean like confusion,
Celebration,
big fighting, big
confusion,
crown.
trouble.
Oh, all of that.
Yeah, it could
Yeah,
be
Oh,
it's
bacchanal
different.
involving like okay.
Yeah,
okay.
bacchanal basically.
It's like
means,
a wild, like banshee shit.
So what's a
Bang,
fete?
yeah.
What's a fete?
party.
That is the party.
That's the
Fete, I
party.
mean party straight.
That
Does
is
that mean
nice.
powder?
So
strip?
Like
that's where you
legit
have the
party.
differentiations.
Yeah.
Powder fat.
Oh,
Cooler
Cooler
fat.
fat.
water
Wet
fete.
fete.
Wet
Wet
fete.
fete.
Okay,
Or if you
okay.
just want to be
Fire
pretty, just say Juve.
we learned.
It's a Juve.
Same name.
Juve is the one with all the paint, the foam, the water, the
Okay.
powder,
Okay.
the alcohol.
So why does Jamaica call their wine and Trinidad call their wine pretty mass and we call our wine road march? What's
No,
the
well,
difference?
that's
what
just
you
the
call
name
it.
of it. That's what you call it. So
That's your event.
in most places, it's called pretty mass because you get to be pretty. There's
Mm-hmm.
some where they have
Oh, Bahamas ain't got no pretty people, so they call it road march.
Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Because it's
try
a
to be
road
different.
march,
it's a
man.
road march.
Ain't no time for pretty.
People say road march.
Yeah.
People say Carnival
Okay.
Tuesday.
Next thing I've been hashtagging a lot too was Barbados. Does Barbados have carnival?
They have
crop over.
which
Alright.
is kind of the same.
Oh, that's the shit we plan on going to. I think this next year. I don't think we was gonna do it this year. Maybe talking about going to crop over.
Probably.
Yeah, but
I
maybe
gotta
you look
go.
good.
It's
man.
a
Come on.
it's a crime. I
I'm
never
glad
did.
you looked it up. It was
No, I know we
almost
talked
good.
about it. I
It
know
was
we talked
almost
about it. I was like,
good.
Yeah.
this year, I don't know.
I don't know if it's this year, but I think we were saying we were gonna go to crop
Yeah,
over.
Didn't you school in Barbados?
Right? It's a fucking crime. I ain't never been. But
I don't know
it's-
why
it's
you
in
don't carry
summer.
us back.
It's in summer.
I
And you
my
never
school in
there.
Barbados
It's in
too.
August, I think, and I've never been there in August.
come
I mean, we have
back
Snuffy
early.
birthday in August. Jesus.
Snuffy Palooza.
Yeah, it might be. No, it'd be like the first week in August or something like that.
Still, Monday holiday around that time.
Still, I think we should
Usually
find
like
a
middle of the month or something.
20, yeah, but 2020 crossover, 2020 crossover. But moving on. Any more questions for you guys over here?
When I was in St. Lucia a couple of years ago around the carnival time, there was like a whole lot of parties and stuff going on, concerts and stuff. And what was crazy to me is that I bought these tickets for this quote unquote party or whatever, right? And it turns out it was like a whole fucking concert, but you know what I'm saying? It's just like, that was just wild for me to think about. They advertising this as a party, as in I think and I get drink some rum, start up, listen to some music, and when you get there, it's like a whole like concert. It was a Marshall Montano concert, basically.
Set up.
So like,
how much these tickets cost? First of all, before we move on.
It's like 100 EC, so that's like $40, something like that.
Damn, man. Over here, I've been 150. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, man. People just be skeeting, but. Yeah, so like talk to me about like the party scene and the party atmosphere and like what you could really expect in like a more traditional carnival environment. Because I only know like about the one big concert we have, and that's like the singing contest or something or whatever.
Music Masters.
And I know we used to have little parties or whatever. But
and
in terms of like
the Music Masters was good a couple of years ago. I don't know.
It was so great the first and second year.
Yeah,
the first
year
year
was fell right off, and I don't know why.
The first year
so
was hype.
I don't know. But anyway, continue. So the experiences, the party vibe.
And how is it different here? If it is.
It differs from here mainly because everybody is having a ball. Everybody liming, everybody partying, everybody
liming?
Yeah.
What's liming?
Lime is another word for party, but lime is different from
Caribbean?
fat. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Lime just means like we just
everybody liming. That's the new word.
Yeah,
That's my new word.
we chilling. Basically, it ain't like we getting dressed up, but you know, we got on jeans,
But we
t-shirt,
liming, though.
couple drinks, you
liming.
know,
We ain't lemon, but we liming.
We
though.
liming.
Wow.
So like you know
never
when
had
you
that?
go,
Never.
when you go to
Crazy.
them private school parties and private school dances where just a little bit of people dancing and then on the perimeter everyone just watching. None of that. At least at none of the fests that I've been to in Trinidad, everybody was legit dancing. And I think another difference is that you'd have married couples going to these parties or going on the road with each other, and they'll be like, I can see you at the end of this party. You go dance with whomever, I'm gonna go dance with whoever, we could dance together, no difference, no issues. Try it out here.
Is that possible? It's just about. Is that
The
even
foreigners
possible?
do
Yeah.
when they come over
When you
here. 'cause
understand-
I
I-
saw one couple. Now I ain't gonna lie, I did see one couple who did that. They was like, I see when nigga walk up, and nigga say, "Wait, dance this."
That's when you understand the culture that a wine and a dance is just a dance. If
And
I
a
whine, I can
wine. Like,
whine up on you and
remember
it
what you
don't
said?
mean nothing.
Remember what you were saying about how we conceptualize it just because of like our culture and growing
Yeah,
up and all that.
definitely.
That's exactly a wine ain't just a wine to some of us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem as well. So you think you're saying inside these other cultures, a wine is just a wine.
But
Yeah,
you
the
talk-
wine's up, get my doggy hard, bongy
Yeah, we
rub,
married
trying
now.
to fuck you later, trying to tie you in the bathroom right now.
The ghetto. The ghetto.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, all of that could happen, but
Pause!
But
We are selling it like that shit don't happen. That can't happen in Trinity. If I go to Trinity, there is possible I cast up in the bathroom. It's just like she wouldn't mind. Is that what you're saying?
no.
It's freedom.
What I'm saying is, when you get your
Pro-choice.
when you get your bag and all of that with your costumes, most things just give you condoms because they know stuff can happen. But it is
Don't give her
all
condoms
by
over here.
consent.
Exactly, because we have such repressive views about sex, but that's not the topic.
We don't want to cause no
Christian
problem.
counsel ain't letting you give her condoms. I don't even know that, but I'll bet that. All right, so anyway, I think we covered some things. We covered some good things. Kristi, I thank you for being here. I want to see some pictures and videos from your carnival. You better be having a good time. It sounds like you carrying a big ass click. So I want to see the big click photos and all that good stuff. We wearing all that loose stuff. We want to look. You know what I'm saying? It ain't for everybody, but we want to look. You know what I'm saying? So I will see all that. So if we record that, I hope you have a great time or whatever. And when you come back, man, and be one of them people, hey, get some good ideas. Bring them back to the Bahamas. Let's bring the Bahamas Carnival up a little bit.
I agree.
Let's bring some ideas back. So have a good time, but bring some ideas back for us. So we thank Kristi. Let them know something real quick. Thank Nightclub and thanks Squee for the
What's good?
podcast. You know what it is. It's Anwar Snuffy Dog Smith and that's BLACKSWAAN, the Black Swan Podcast. Until next time. Be easy.
Hit on.